guys, so for today's video this is going to be the NikkieTutorials and a Beauty Bay palette. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 looks with this palette. So today's the first day and then there'll be tomorrow and then the next day as well, rather than pushing it all into one video. I just like to spread it out, and then I feel like I'm not trying to, you know, really cram it into one video. So yes, this is what she looks like from the outside. So when you open it up, you get all of these beautiful colours and 2 mirrors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first insert some swatches for you so you can go and have a look at that, and a close up of all the palette and stuff. It's a little bit dark, I'm not going to lie. Like, it's been so dark in the UK, and trying to get good lighting when you rely on natural lighting is not easy. So yes, I'm going to insert that now and then you can see that. Okay, so I'm going to do row for row. So we're starting with the top row, and we're going to start with the orange shade and work down to the brown shade. So the first shade is Redemption. Then we have Blend and Snap, Ivy, Slasher, and 5 AM. Taupe shade, we have Roxy Catton, VLA, Mila, and Underground. So this is the next row, so this would be the third one. So we have Plot Twist, starting from the baby blue, sorry, going to the green. We have Plot Twist, Aura, Basic Trut, All In, and You. Then last row down, we're going from the baby pink to that bronzy colour. So we have Pride, Zoma, Mama Tutorials, Amsterdam, and Mr. Tutorials. Okay, so I am going to do a pretty neutral look today. I know it's very, very bright. We will be getting to the bright colours because, you know, I love a good bright colour. But I just wanted to do something quite neutral because there's a few neutral shades in it, and you know, I want to give everything a go rather than do 3 colour looks. So I've already done brows, brow highlight, and prime the eyelids. So we're going to start off by taking Basic Trut, which is this shade right here. So it's just a very neutral shade at first. So I'm taking quite a bit of that, and then I'm going to mix it with a bit of Mila, which is this shade right here. Like, I literally get a dabble, and then we can go in and add more if I feel like I need to. So these mirrors are cute, but I feel like because the palette's centered, might be a bit difficult to use. I'm going to zoom you in as well so you can see, obviously. That would help. There we go. So I'm just going to run this through the crease and going out towards the tape. By the way, one mirror is like normal and then this one zoomed, which is really, really nice. I did like that little touch. So it's looking nice and pigmented. Very, very pretty. It's a nice neutral brown. Just going to further just buff it out with a clean brush. So this is a C429. Just making sure it's really going out towards the brow and towards the tape. Then I'm really just going to take Mila, which was that, I'm saying Mila I think it is. I'm saying all the wrong names here. And just take that just to darken it up. Further blend it out again. Then from the palette we're going to take 5 AM, which is this shade right here. I'm going to take it on a Spectrum A07 and just really put that in the crease. I'm just going to take a small double first because this is pigmented palette. Like, I think it's actually a pressed pigment palette. It's not an eyeshadow palette, which obviously is more rich in colour. So just be careful how much you take. Just blend that out as well. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and cut the crease. So I'm just going to take this concealer from Wet n Wild. It's like the Photo Focus concealer. I don't particularly love this, so I just use it to cut the crease. And it is in light ivory, if you're wondering. So I'm just going to take it on a Peaches and Cream. This is a PC51 brush. And I really like to make sides pretty damp on both sides, just so it goes nice and flat, as you can see. So now I'm just going to pack a little bit on. Look up. And where it's like, obviously you can see where it's gone up to, is where we're going to cut a crease to. So I literally just take this and just pat it round, and also like pat and drag. You can take it and just sort of pull it down. Then when I get to like this bit, I just like to take my brush on its side and just flick it. I'm just making like this little wing situation. And then we can just go ahead and like fill it in. And do any more little touches that we need to. Then I do take the brush that I put my eyelid primer on and just pat this out. Because if it's too wet, it can transfer everywhere and higher up and stuff. So just want to make sure it stays nice and dry. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into 5am, which was the dark brown shade, and I'm going to take it on a Spectrum A17, and I'm just going to sort of really tap that off and go in and just add like this line around the concealer. And then I'll take a pencil brush just to buff this out. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a winged eyeliner. So I'm going to take the Inglot Gel Eyeliner. So this is in the shade 77. And I'm going to take it on a Sigma EO6 winged liner brush. And just go ahead and draw a wing. I'll try and stay on camera as best as I can, but honestly you're not missing much. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do this for. I'm going to take this liner and extend it round into the crease. So, just taking it from the point. Okay, so I think that's the best we're going to get. I need to obviously clean up some of the mess that's like under here and stuff, but I can do that once I'm like finished. So for lid shade, I think I'm going to take All In, which is somewhere over here. This one? Yes, this one. And I'm just going to take it on the Spectrum A16 and just put this over like the lid, being careful not to sort of get it onto the black and stuff. These swatched really nice, so I'm hoping they come off just the same. Oh yes, look at that. Okay, so that is the eye complete for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my lashes on, my base on, my lips on, all of that good stuff. Obviously complete the other eye as well. And I'll come back and do the lower lash line. So yeah. Okay, so the rest of my face is on. So going back to the eyes, I'm literally just going to highlight the inner corner, and I use the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in Spoon. I will tell you now that this is very glittery. There's lots of different glitter in it, but sometimes I kind of like that in a highlighter depending on how bold my sort of look is. So I'm just going to take it on a Spectrum A12 and just pop that on the inner corners. is a very cream based product. It's fine with like dense brushes if you're going to do like brow highlighting, a corner highlight, but I would not recommend a brush with the face. Just take your finger and sort of pat it in. They are beautiful. I have a few of these, and I don't know why, but I always pick up spoon for some reason. But yes, that is that. So for lower lash line, I think we're just going to keep it super simple. I do need to grab the brush I'm going to use though. So I'm going to use the Spectrum B06 and literally just take basic Trut and Mila, which was the first two shades that we took. I'll show you anyway, just in case you forgot. But this one here and this one here. And then we're literally just going to run that along the lower lash line, taking it out towards like the wing situation. Then just buff it out with this crown brush. And then I'm literally going to finish it off with some mascara. So this is the KVD Go Big or Go Home. It is in Trooper Black. And I'm literally going to do this in front of my mirror. So you're going to see none of this. Okay, so this is the completed look. And I love how it turned out. I think it's super beautiful. I still feel we're a little bit odd. I think this one's a little bit more rounded and this one's a little bit more straight. But it's not that noticeable, but when I'm looking at it constantly I'm like, I know it's different. But I'm super impressed with the palette. I think it's super beautiful. Everything's really pigmented, obviously being that it does say pressed pigment palette down here. But do come back tomorrow because we're going to do a more colourful look. I'm thinking some of the blues like down here and the little baby blue, and yeah, I'm super excited for that one. So yes, obviously everything I'm wearing will be listed in the bottom bar as well in case you wanted to know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and don't forget to subscribe.